John chapter 15 is one of the main passages for our year of 2024. And therefore, it's a powerful place to start for us to talk about fruitful living. Jesus says, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. And every branch that bears fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. You are already clean because of the word which I have spoken to you. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me, and I in him, bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing." The theme today is Christ in us. And this theme is powerful because it truly causes us to think, what are we full of? If we are full of ourselves, then we will never produce spiritual fruit. We talked about being born of the Spirit. In talking about having Christ in us, it means exactly that we must walk as Jesus walked. And that is what truly the life of a disciple is all about. Fruitful living has to do with walking as Jesus walked. And I think it's a powerful thought what John the Baptist said. He said that I must decrease so that he may increase. And I wonder, are we not too full of ourselves? We are sometimes protecting our priorities, values. We're protecting our desires, our preferences, our passions a little too much, and not allowing the priorities of God, the values of Jesus, the passions of Jesus, the desires of Jesus to enter into our hearts. If we don't allow the Spirit of God to do that work in us, then fruitfulness will not take place. In Colossians chapter 1, verse 27, Paul says, "To them God willed to be known what are the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles." Paul speaks on the previous verses about this mystery. He talks about the mystery which has been hidden from ages, from generations. And he says, now it has been revealed to the saints. And the mystery is, and at the end of verse 27, he says, which is Christ in you, comma, the hope of glory. You know what is the hope that the world can hold on to, that the glory of God will be manifested? It's Christ being expressed through you. And that's what Christian living is all about. So I wonder, today, the question I have for you is, are we prioritizing our desires, our passions over the desires and passions of Jesus? Because Christ in us, abiding in him, it talks about the perseverance to protect our faith and not to allow it to weaken. And if we're not too careful, we'll be like the Ephesian church that abandoned their first love. And Jesus says to them in the book of Revelation chapter 2, he says, repent from where you fell, and go back to the first works. That's the only way that we can rescue the passion and the love we once had. So I wonder, are we too full of ourselves? Maybe the prayer we have to make today as we fast in this 9th day of our 21-day journey, maybe the prayer today should be, Lord, empty me of myself and fill me with more of you. Fill me with your thoughts. Fill me with your passions. Fill me with your desires. Because if we're not filled with Jesus, then we're going to be too full of ourselves, and we're going to be governed by the fleshly desires and passions and plans, dreams, and priorities that are not aligned with what Jesus has for us, with God's purpose for us. And that's exactly the type of thing that prevents us from living a fruitful life. So if you want to have a fruitful living, prioritize Jesus. Allow Jesus to abide in you, and you abide in him. And then you will bear much fruit for the glory of his name. God bless you.